can see. See if there's anything new. I see a piece of machine wire hanging over the ridge right there. Let's go look. Might as well. I don't think there's much new. Not just one little piece. Unless someone came in and picked it already. But there ain't nothing here there ain't nothing new in here. Yeah. One little piece. Maybe they're done throwing out cords here. Who knows? There we go. I see brass up in that. That's always good. Nice. Anything else? Nice. I'm not sure how much more work they have to do on this building, but there used to be 5 or 6 roll-offs here. There's only 2 now. So there's 3 of them here. Yeah. There's a wire. I'll poke around a little bit. It's all floor stuff. There's a wire. Watch all the wires buried underneath all this tile. Yeah, right there. Here's another one. Another one. Definitely makes me think that it's all buried underneath this rubble. That sucks. More. Any more? I see one right there. Good machine wire. Yeah, there's probably like a whole craft load of wire buried underneath of this. If I had to take a guess. I'm not digging like last night. That got me good. But we will grab the wire we just threw out. Nice little bit. Came back and jumped into this one and I got all excited because I thought there was a bunch of good wire in here, and turns out there was. It's all stripped, but I found a couple pieces of cat wire, so that's it. Okay, we're finding some interesting little giblets right here. These are like little aluminum sign pieces, little bit of BX. But these letters are kind of cool. They are non-ferrous, just like that. That's rubber. There's another one. There's more. We will take them. That is it for here. That's glass. I don't want that. Okay. All right. There's these big old server rack things. I'm looking to get the wire off of them. There's a good box. There's your Keurig. Keurig. Come here, Keurig. Nice, there's a battery backup. There's a bunch of wires up there. Let's get it. Leave the backup right here. Cash. There's the wire. battery backup. There's some good scrap metal in here, but I'm just here for these wires, and they actually have the entrance of this docking bay blocked in, so I couldn't get my car down in there. I think they know I come here, but I'm just here for the little bits of wire. And that. And that's it, really. And those battery backups, I want those. Hello. Anything in here for me today? There's some wire. Nice. There's some more BX right there. Oh, I see some machine wire down there. Oh, come on, let me down there. What do you got? Machine wire. That's a nice piece right here. Sweet. I wish there was a ton of that down there. All right. Let's see if we got any better luck on the other side. There's a few pounds there. Huh. Oh, cut up ladder. I don't really want that. Oh, what's that? Look at that. BX wire. More BX wire. There's some. Whoa, what's this? That's all copper. Yeah, nice. That's also good. All good things. I see more back there. Come on, baby. Some more right here. Not a lot more, but yeah. What's this? There's a nice cord. Yeah. I like that. How much of that? Yeah. Alright. There's some more right here. That was a good bit. What's that? Buried. That's what that is. All right, I'm happy. Not bad, not bad. Not bad, not bad. That works for me. That's a good 15 pounds right here, at least. Another few pounds right now. We're not doing all that good tonight, but we are getting non-fairs, just not the amount that we want. All right. I see wires and stuff back here. Okay, see right there. Not a whole lot back in that corner. Check the other side. Maybe we'll have better luck. Maybe. Nah. Use this box. Pick up our scraps. Bounce to the next spot. Keep repeating, keep going. Yeah. Until we find something good, I hope. We need to find something good tonight. That'd be very good. That would be nice. All right, we go now. The woodpecker from last year is back, and he's attacking that pine tree. He's looking at my shed. He's looking at the shed wall. It could be the same one, it might not be, but I had one last year that wouldn't stop attacking the wall of the shop over there. Yeah, you just stay over on that side, okay? Leave my trailer alone. Okay. Alright everybody, we are here today after another night out. We didn't get much in the car at all, unfortunately, but I was I got about like a half a carload maybe at most, but it was all good wires and stuff like that. But we got a good situation here. We need to process all this wire and figure it out. So usually when I get big batches like this, I do more of a different sorting system. Instead of fully processing each wire or whatever the case, I'm going to divide them in their correct categories and just keep throwing them in each bucket so I can get each material sorted down in its right category. And then we'll go from there. So like say for instance this copper aluminum BX, I'll be throwing that in an individual bucket to process for the next time I get to it. And that makes it easy for me to dial down what I actually have here, because there is some light wires and then there's a lot of communication cable with it too. So, you know, that's one thing to really consider, is that there's not much I'm going to do with it but sell it. So if we can go through the mass majority of all the wire that I have here and get the light wires and communication cable all in one, okay, then we might be able to make a scrapyard trip today and cash it in and see what we get. And at the same time, we're dividing all our materials in different categories that will go to the next step of this process. We have a good bunch of good machine wire, and then we have some other kinds of machine wire that I don't have much of an interest in. I'll explain that later, but a little bit now too, actually. I have machine wire 1 and 2. That's what I have in my head. So basically, machine wire 1 is stuff that I will save for the granulator. Machine wire 2, it's stuff that I wouldn't put through because of maybe the way the material is. Some materials on older machine wires, they can be very rubbery. And that type of material make harder to sluice opposed to the machine wire 1. So it's like I'm deleting the hassle of wires that I know that will cost me time later on down the road. I'll set to the side and I'll just sell it as machine wire. Or if it's really good quality, I might just strip it. But that rarely happens. You'll see some coming up soon though. I got probably a 50-pound bucket of stuff that I would strip that I've been saving up all spring. So while I'm granulating, I'll be stripping wire too at the same time, trying to put out as much as I can with my time. And that should be an interesting one. The one problem I'm having right now is that the machine is loud, you know what I mean? It makes for more poor quality audio. I'm thinking about investing into a microphone that I could have like clipped on my chest with like a sound shield over it, so you guys can just hear my voice more than the machines that are running in the background. I'm going to look a little bit more into that as we go, but we're getting to that point. So anyways, back to our battle plan here, man. We have all this wire, and then I got wire in the car, wire in that buggy, and I got wire in the shed out back. I'm going to get it all and pile it all right here and start separating and sorting what we have. And that's just the way we're going to rock it, Barb, because hey, it's such a good problem that I have to do it now, if that makes sense. So we're gonna do that right now. Yeah. Time lapse. Time lapse. Time lapse. Time lapse. Yeah. Time lapse. Oh great, I was killing my battery running 4K. Oh, yeah, fantastic. Okay, now that I almost just dozed off, I knew I shouldn't have made that lazy boy wire sofa couch thing. I almost just fell asleep for real on that. I was just playing around at first. I'm like, oh, if I just put a little here, a little there, I could sit down and just take a break real quick. And yeah, I almost did fall asleep. Smokes. Hey, we're gonna get started over here on the end, and we're gonna work our way toward the camera. We're gonna do another time lapse to try to get all this done. If we can get it all separated, sorted, and divided, by the end of the day, I'd be even happier. and turn in what we're not gonna process. Right now it's 2:30. We got 2.5 hours before the yard closes. If we can do a quick sort on these items within that time and have about an hour to be able to get there and back, that's feasible. We can still move this wire today, but I have to move my ass now. Stop dinking around, as I say, sometimes. Yeah. All right. We got snips in the back pocket. We got cable cutters over there. I got an angle grinder set up, I remembered. And yes, we are going to get working. Beautiful. Ready, set, go! That'll more than likely just be in the bloopers reel. I'm trying to get a good thumbnail. I know that looks weird, but maybe one of those was cool. Or Hadouken! Hadouken! Oh, okay.
so long in construction that I forgot I had a dream. Didn't know where I was going, didn't like where I had been. So one day I gave it all up when my eyes were open wide. I packed my life into my truck with Mason Boy by my side. I kept driving, but I had to make ends meet. I started thriving by scrapping industry, dumpster diving, street scrapping throughout America. From Michigan to Ohio, down to Florida. Merchant metals, recycle, don't destroy. Merchant metals and my dog Mason Boy. Merchant metals, thank you for stopping by. Please subscribe to my channel, leave a thumbs up and say hi. Bought myself a trailer, so when I'm on the road, I have a rolling workshop and can scrap a heavy load. When it feels like life is hard, I know just what to do. I hit the road and recycle scrap and make my dreams come true. I kept driving, but I had to make ends meet. I started thriving by scrapping in the street, dumpster diving, street scrapping throughout America. From Michigan to Ohio, down to Florida. Merchant metals, recycle, don't destroy. Merchant metals and my dog Mason Boy. Merchant metals, thank you for stopping by. Please subscribe to my channel, leave a thumbs up and say hi. Merchant metals, recycle, don't destroy. Merchant metals and my dog Mason Boy. Merchant metals, thank you for stopping by. Please subscribe to my channel, leave a thumbs up and say hi.